How's it going, my fellow gamers? My name is Beethoven, here to bring you another Genshin Impact video. Today we're going to be talking about the greatest, the best, the ultimate team in Genshin Impact. This is going to be the first video in a series I'm going to make. I know a lot of you struggle to make good teams, great teams. With that being said, let's get into the video. Now, this right here is going to be the greatest team ever. Don't click away from this video. I know it's a all Geo character team and Geo has been hated for the longest time. Mostly because most of their skills revolve around either increasing their HP or their defense, which pretty much takes away from the damage they can truly deal. For example, Ningguang, her Jade Screen scales off her HP. So if you actually want to build her Jade Screen, you will have to use all the artifacts to increase her HP, which is dumb. If you have C2 Ningguang, you can pretty much avoid this all completely. And Geo characters have gotten a lot of hate, mostly because you have characters whose skills are a lot flashier, a lot cooler than just throwing rocks. That's all Geo characters do, they throw rocks. Or at least the first two Geo characters. One threw a rock. And Noelle pretty much just made a lightsaber out of her weapon with her elemental burst and a shield. But then you have characters like Big Daddy Diluc here, who just flips around with a giant flaming sword and summons a giant bird with his elemental burst. I mean, that's to me a lot better than throwing rocks. Then you have characters like Venti, who's his elemental burst, big black hole. Chung-Un summons giant swords made of ice out of the sky. Razor, Wolf Claw, giant wolf whenever you use his burst. A lot better, again, than throwing rocks. If you don't get the point of this, Geo characters are a bit dull and boring. But with this team build, stick around and it'll get you from feeling like you're just throwing a rock at someone to this. Yes, you will feel like the Beast Titan throwing rocks at your enemies, but you'll be less hairy and more pretty like Ningguang. Before I showcase what they can do and all that, and their weapons, artifacts, all that, just keep in mind that there are two things that are going to be bad about this team as of now. One, that Geo is going to get buffed later on. This is a good thing, but this just means that they're doing a lot less damage than what they're supposed to be doing. So they're going to do a lot more damage. Two, my world level is world level 7. Which, if you don't know what that means, it means that all the monsters, everything, are way more leveled than me. My strongest character in this team right now is Ningguang. And I still don't have all her stuff leveled up. Like her weapon, for example. And some of her talents are still needing work. I spent about 3 weeks trying to level up all these characters. As soon as I heard that Geo was going to get a new buff, I started to level them up. I had my Ningguang in level 60, my Noelle level 70, but my Zhongli and my Albedo were just level 1. I pulled Zhongli just to pull him, did not like him too much, and then I saw videos of people using him. He has a lot of love and hate. Now, for now, I am using the Skyward Spine on Zhongli. I'm using the new sword for Albedo. Noelle, I'm using the Bell. And for Ningguang, I am using Memory of Dust. These weapons might change later on, because I just realized that Mahoyo was very nice to us and gave us very OP weapons in the new patch that came out. The Dragon Spine weapons are amazing, and I think they're going to be a lot better than most of these 5-star weapons, and a lot more people can use them. The same thing for Noelle here. I'm using the Bell, but I do think that the Snow Tombed Claymore is going to be a lot better on her if you want to do more damage. But Noelle, I just have her as a healer. That's all I want her. This weapon is great for her because it makes more shields for you whenever she takes damage. But you'll find out that's going to be a little hard to take damage with this team. With that being said, most of the talents I have tried to level them all up. Why not? It may be hard for you, or it'll take a long time for you to actually level all these up. But the great thing about this sim is since you have 4 of the same element in the same team, their ults recharge super fast. Albedo's already recharges really fast, but now it's a lot more. So you could just level up their skills or their elemental bursts. And it also depends on what constellation you have them. My Zhongli is C2, which is great because whenever he does his ult, it pretty much gives him a shield. You'll see why that is great later on. My Albedo is C1, but soon I want to at least get him to C2 because the damage will increase a lot more from the artifacts he has right now. I try to get the artifacts for Albedo for his defense, just like his skills off of. My Noelle and my Ningguang are both Constellation 6. Alright, for the artifacts I have gone for Archaic and Nobilis on Zhongli and Albedo. This is the best way to do the most damage how I'm using them here. You could honestly switch them out if you want. Same thing with Noelle. I have her as the healer pretty much. I hardly use her. But if you want to switch some of the maiden set for something to increase your attack like Gladiator or something else, or also go for Nobilis for her ult. That's a good option too, but like I said, I have her as my healer and that's all I'm going to use her for. My Ningguang is going to be the damage dealer. She's going to be doing the most damage. The artifacts I have on Ningguang right now are all to increase her attack. Her screen scales off her HP. I really don't care about her screen. Yes, it's kind of useful for projectiles, but I'm just building her as a damage dealer, not support. I have geo damage bonus on her cup. Same thing with Zhongli, geo. Same thing with Albedo, geo. Except for Noelle, again, she's just there to heal my team. That's all I need her for. Noelle's pretty much the Amber of the geo characters. Never mind, Albedo is C2 now. Now to test this team out, I'm going to fight the Wizard Elves. The 3 of them. I will also go to the new domain to test them out to showcase how good this team is. Because apparently the new domain is the hardest domain of them all for some reason. I don't think so. To me, it's been a bit easier than some other domains. Like the domain where you fight the 3 Wizard Elves. That domain to me is a lot harder, but I'm not going to showcase that domain because in that domain, Geo gets buffed. So to keep the video a bit more accurate, I will only fight these 3 and the other domain, the new domain. So let's go on and fight these elves. So they're mana ready. You want to pop your ult with Zhongli first, that way you have this nice shield to protect you. Ningguang's C2 right there. Her shield pretty much just breaks and you can spam her skill. Does quite a bit of damage. And if at any moment you get hurt, you can just use Noelle to heal you. Again, Noelle is just there to be your personal nurse. She is the Amber of this team. And you're done. See, you hardly took any damage. You just beat things up. Another thing you can do in any fight is with Albedo's elevator. Apparently everyone's calling it elevator. You can climb up with Ningguang and you can snipe people. A little turret, if you will, from up here. Now you do have to be careful. There are enemies that will throw stuff at you that will pretty much cause you to fall off. Sometimes you're able to put her screen up in the air. Now, before I start this challenge, be sure to leave a like if you like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, check the description box below. I have the link for my Twitch. Be sure to follow me on Twitch, and I have a nice schedule for when I stream there. In case you want to look at more teams that I'm building, mostly whenever I stream, that's when I get the ideas of building teams and I play around with different characters. With that being said, let's beat up some monsters. Now we got an elf, wizard, and a troll to beat up. With Ningguang's screen, be sure to run through it because it does give you a nice buff when you run through it. It increases your attack. I forgot to put my shield. Oh, don't have it ready. Whee! I took some damage. Time to heal up. I think the biggest thing about this domain people are having trouble with is the pretty much freezing to death here. Oh no, I'm freezing to death. Now I'm going to showcase the turret. See? There are characters that can get you, so be careful. Just take care of the wizard. You could use Ningguang's shield to cover from the projectiles, but he is just a pain, and I hate these wizards. And you're just spamming notes. That's all you're doing. And it's great because the damage you do with these. Again, if you want to increase your elemental skills only for your ults or your talents, go ahead. That's perfectly fine. That's all you're going to be doing with this team is spamming ults left and right. Because of the recharge you get every time you use this skill, and since they're the same element, that's all you got to do. So to quickly recap the video, you always start out with Zhongli first. If you have C2 Zhongli, you use his ult to get that nice shield. If you don't, just hold your skill and put on your shield. After that, you can switch to Beidou and use his ult if you have it. If not, you use your elemental skill to get the elemental particles for your team. You can switch to Ningguang as the damage dealer. Again, you can either use another character as the damage dealer, but I think having her at C2 with that shield that resets is great for her. You can set up her shield, run through it real quick to get that nice little buff. And then if about 11 seconds have passed for Zhongli's cooldown, you can use the pillar to pretty much pin enemies right there to deal damage. And from there, just spam ults. If for some reason you do lose health, because you will, this team, I like to call it the immortal team because it's hard for you to die, but it does happen if you get reckless. Sometimes you get a little too excited, and it happens quite a lot because you forget to either put Zhongli's shields or pick up a shard that gives you a shield. Or switch to Noelle, let Noelle get punched in the face. That way, whenever she gets punched, the weapon she's using, the bell, gives you a shield. So she's pretty much the punch bag of this entire team. And that will be it for me. Again, if you like what I had to say, if you like the video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I hope you guys are staying safe and had a great New Year and holidays, Christmas. Until next time, peace.